What's up? My name is Jess Brohard, and I am so excited to be here joined by two amazing members of Gen.G. We've got Maddie and Tina, who are going to talk to me a little bit about the upcoming Women of the eRena event that I'll be hosting and these two ladies are participating in. So I'm so excited to have you both here. First off, and Tina, we'll start with you because I understand that you and Maddie are not actually duoing with each other for this event. So first, Tina, can you tell me about your duo for the event?
So my duo is Zombie Girl. She's been competing for quite a while now. Super excited to play with her. We've actually played before. We played a few. I think it was FNCS. I could be wrong. I forget which event it was, but we played together. Our playstyles mesh really well together. We're both kind of aggressive players, so naturally, like her and I are just like we just click. So I'm really excited to play with her, and yeah, it's just gonna be a lot of fun.
That's awesome. And then Maddie, tell me about your duo.
I'm going to be playing with Leia. She's been putting a lot of work into Fortnite. Personally, I've never played Fortnite with her, but I've been playing a lot of Valorant with her, so we kind of have that chemistry already built up. But I'm really, really excited to get some Fortnite in with her because I know she's been putting a ton of work in, a lot of grinding in. I think she may have qualified for another round of some tournament recently, but she's just a badass, and I can't wait to play with her.
That's awesome. I'm so excited that both of you are participating because I just love Gen.G. So, Maddie, we'll start with you this time. Can you tell me a little bit about your journey with Fortnite and how you came to join Gen.G?
Yeah, I've been playing Fortnite since it kind of came to the atmosphere. I was reached out by Gen.G in late 2018. I was working at the movie theater. I was streaming, playing Fortnite, and I got the offer. And I was really confused because Gen.G wasn't really North American based yet, and Tina and I were actually their first North American players, and they flew us out to San Francisco. They were just so professional. It was insane. Like it was really hard to believe until that actually happened. And then we signed contracts. We eventually moved out to LA together. We became roommates. And then later on, we built up the team. We started growing and getting more members involved. A lot of a lot of big stuff. Like we did a lot of sponsorship stuff. We did a lot of brands, like a lot of videos, content, competing, like practicing. Everything just like happened so much in the last 2 years that I couldn't be any more proud of.
That's amazing. And Tina, do you have? I know you guys kind of joined the team at the same time, so I know that Maddie told a little bit of the story of how you both joined. So then, Tina, do you have anything to add, or can you also kind of tell me what it means to you and what your experience has been like being on a team like Gen.G?
So Maddie kind of answered, like you said, majority of the question, but I was actually on the verge of signing with a different team right before we got the email from Gen.G. We got it at the same time. Well, she got hers like I think maybe an hour before me, but I had just spoken to this other team that day actually, and I spoke to the CEO. I spoke to the recruiter. I was gonna sign. I think it was on a Monday. That was on a Friday. I think I was gonna sign on Monday, and then I got this email, and I'm like, "What the heck?" Like, because Maddie texted me, she's like, "Oh my god, like I got an offer too from a team." I'm like, "Oh my god, this is awesome! Like we're both gonna work in esports, and we're both gonna be on teams." And then later that night, I had like kind of a similar same email. I'm like, "Wait a second, like is this real?" Like because we didn't know what Gen.G was at the time because yeah, they were purely Korean based, and I think that was their first year. So we had no idea who they were. So like naturally you want to research like this company, and we saw that they had Overwatch and League of Legends, and we're like, oh my god, like these are like they're not cheap to get into those esports. So we're like, holy cow, like these guys are like serious. And then we looked into it, everything like Maddie said, we got flown out. We went to like this really expensive dinner, blah blah blah. Like we went to their temporary office. It's really cool, super professional. So that happened. We signed and everything. We moved to LA. But my time with Gen.G has been like amazing because we saw it pretty much grow from practically like 1 to 100, not even 100. You're not even 100 yet, but 1 to where we are now. And it's been like a really fun journey because we saw the team pretty much be built out. I think the only team there was just me and Maddie, and then Soul Dynasty. So we saw like even the staff be built out from like such a small number to what it is today. And they really focus on like women and equality because a lot of gaming it's mostly men, and they wanted to give the same opportunity to not only men but women. So that's what I really valued because growing up in this space, I saw my friends that were men get signed to teams, but I never got signed to like, a team, and I didn't know if it was even possible at this point because it wasn't normal. It wasn't like you didn't see it happen. So when Gen.G came, it was kind of like a blessing in disguise. Like this is everything we've kind of been working for. They believe in the same goals. They still, like, to this day, like we're still picking up women to the business side, to the content side, and to the player side. So it's been a really good journey to see everything like unfold.
You said so many wonderful things, and that's so great to hear because, I've had a great experience working with Gen.G. Of course, I haven't been as heavily involved. I'm not like signed to the team like both of you ladies are, but I've gotten the pleasure of working with a bunch of people behind the scenes and doing a couple activations. So I know it's such a great organization for women in esports and in gaming particularly. And I know both of you are still so young, but at the same time, being female competitive gamers, like you're both such great role models for even younger women or for really any women out there. So can you both talk to me a little bit about what it means to you to be a role model for maybe like the next generation of gamers? And Tina, we'll start with you this time.
Okay, so growing up, I actually was a competitive player like all my life. Growing up, there really wasn't a role model to look up to. So I didn't think it was possible for a woman to go pro, but I knew it was possible, but it didn't seem likely, right? Because no one was getting signed. You didn't really see like a pro woman player. So I'm trying to be that role model that I always wanted and didn't grow up with, so that these women could look up to me and be like, I could do this too. These young girls, if they want to pursue professional gaming, like no one's stopping them. Like we're here for you. Like we want you guys to look up to us, and we're trying to be the best like people that we can be for these younger women to compete, because we want to see more competitors. Like we want to see women in the World Cup. We want to see them on the Overwatch League. We want to see them everywhere, and we feel like this is the step in the right direction, so that we can bring light to these women that don't think it's possible, like I once did.
And
Yeah, I
Maddie, do you
agree.
have anything to add to that? Sorry to interrupt. Go for it,
No,
please.
no, you're good. I totally agree. I think like we're kind of like taking a huge, not a huge, like a bullet in a way. We've definitely had to face a lot of toxicity, a lot of that stuff. But I think someone has to do it in order to pave the path for the younger generation. It feels really good to have a lot of girls looking up to us. We've had a lot of messages, like even just small support on Twitter and Twitch stream or anything like that. It just like it feels so good. But also, like I don't want to let anyone down, so it becomes a little stressful. And I also don't want to be fake. And I want to be like my real self. I want to be authentic, and I want to be as much of a good role model that I can be.
And I'm glad you brought that up because, of course, there is always pressure. And, I feel it too. I think a lot of other female gamers feel the same pressure of like, you feel like you're playing for our entire gender and you kind of feel like you're representing women everywhere when you play or when you do anything. But I also wanted to ask both of you about the, tournament that we're competing in and the fact that it is a women's only tournament. And so, Maddie, I'll start with you this time. Why do you think it's important, or what do you think is the most important part about having an all-female tournament for Fortnite?
I think it's a great start to pushing women into competitive gaming. Like it's definitely Fortnite has definitely given the opportunity to everyone, and I like that part of just Fortnite. But like also other games are getting involved in women. But I think having an all women's competitive event is just great because there's like no worry about having to be compared to a guy, or no worry about being compared to something that you're worried about being compared about. It's just like everyone is on the same page, and as though like girls are equal to men, but I think it's just like stepping into having everyone together eventually. And I think it's just like an open space for everyone to feel comfortable.
I think it's a great start for some people that have never competed. Some women that would love to step foot into the door but are too scared to take step foot into the door. I think it's a safer place. We have competed in women only events before, and I have seen way less toxicity. There is that like competitive nature towards women naturally, but I think that it gives women more of a safe place to compete. Know that they're not going to be like harassed or gate kept or whatever it is that we actually had to deal with when we were competing with men in Fortnite. But I do think that this is a great step for some women that would love to start competing. They see potential. They see that they like this. This is something they really want to get into, and yeah, just overall, just a safer place for them to get started.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys both so much for your time. I'm so excited to watch both of you compete at Fortnite in this Thursday's Women of the eRena. Excuse me, I'm struggling to get that sentence out. Anyone watching, you can check out that tournament this Thursday at 4:30 p.m. at twitch.tv/ESPN Esports. So hopefully we'll see you then.
Bye, guys.